Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel where we bring you the best moral stories for children. Today's story is about two young boys named Abdo and Bilal who go on an exciting adventure while also learning important social values and morals along the way. So get ready to join them on their journey and discover the valuable lessons they share. The story begins with Abdo and Bilal playing together when they decide to take a walk in the nearby park. They spot a majestic horse and start asking passers-by if they can pet it. One man tells them the horse is his and that he'll let them ride it if they tell him a nice joke. When Bilal hesitates because he doesn't know any jokes, Abdo steps up and makes the man laugh with a funny joke about a chicken and a bullfrog. The man keeps his promise and lets the boys ride the horse, but warns them not to run or make it scared. As they enjoy their time with the animal, Bilal reminds Abdo to be honest and always tell the truth. After saying goodbye to the horse, the friends notice a little girl crying. Concerned, they approach her and ask what's wrong. She explains that she lost her favorite doll and can't find it anywhere. The boys offer to help her look for the doll, and after a while, Abdo spots it under a bush. Overjoyed, the girl thanks them for finding it and gives them each a cookie as a reward. As they continue exploring the park, the boys notice a group of older kids playing basketball. Despite being smaller, Abdo wants to join in, but Bilal advises caution as he knows they might not be good enough and could get hurt. Ignoring this, Abdo asks to join the game, and although the other kids are initially reluctant, they eventually agree. However, they purposely pass the ball in ways that only make it harder for Abdo, who ends up frustrated and upset. After scoring a point, one of the older kids congratulates him, but the rest continue to make fun of him. Feeling disheartened, Abdo decides to leave, but not before promising himself to practice and become better at the game. He then apologizes to Bilal for not listening to him and assures him that he won't do it again. Together, they head home with Abdo, feeling determined to improve his basketball skills. The next day, Abdo and Bilal are playing when their teacher from school, Miss Sarah, walks past them. Excited, they ask her if they can play at her house, and she happily agrees. Upon arriving at her home, they notice that her living room is a mess with furniture and boxes everywhere. Miss Sarah explains that she's just moved and asks if they can help her organize, which they happily agree to. As they work, Miss Sarah shares stories about her childhood and the different places she's lived, making it more enjoyable. Once everything is organized, the three of them take a break to play. Abdo and Bilal have a great time until suddenly Abdo remembers that he has to take out the trash that day, although he's disappointed to leave the fun. He understands his responsibility and bids farewell to Miss Sarah and Bilal on their way home. Bilal comments on how important it is to be responsible and follow your daily routine. Abdo agrees, realizing that even though chores aren't fun, they need to be done. As the boys play in the park, they see a group of kids gathered around some kittens meowing loudly. Concerned, they ask what's wrong, and a boy explains that the kittens are trapped and can't get out. Without hesitation, Abdo and Bilal roll up their sleeves and prepare to help. while the others cheer them on. Abdo carefully lifts up a wooden board blocking the kitten's exit, revealing a small kitten hiding underneath. Overjoyed, the crowd applauds their bravery, and one girl suggests naming the rescued cat Patches. As they continue playing, Abdo and Bilal reflect on how helping others can make you feel good and that it's important to stand up for what's right. Later, while walking home from school, Abdo and Bilal encounter an unfamiliar dog on the sidewalk. Bilal feels uncomfortable and wants to cross the street, but Abda insists on walking around it. Suddenly, the dog starts barking aggressively, making Bilal nervous. Remembering what his father taught him about staying calm when encountering aggressive dogs, Bilal remains still and avoids making eye contact. As Abdo tries to distract the dog, Bilal slowly moves backward until they successfully pass the animal without any incidents. Grateful to have made it safely, they continue their journey home, reflecting on the importance of staying level-headed in challenging situations. While playing superheroes at the park, Abdo and Bilal come across a boy sitting alone on a bench. Curious, they approach him and ask why he's not playing with the other kids. The boy explains that he's new and doesn't know anyone yet, which makes it hard to join in on the fun. Understanding how he feels, Abdo and Bilal invite him to play with them, and soon they're all pretending to be brave superheroes saving the day. The new boy, whose name is Omar, joins in and enjoys playing with them. Afterwards, Abdo and Bilal explain that true strength comes not from physical power, but from being kind and helpful to others. One afternoon, Abdo and Bilal are playing outside when they hear loud music coming from a neighbor's house. Intrigued, they peek over the fence and see people dancing and celebrating. Unable to resist the fun, the boys sneak into the party without anyone noticing. As the night goes on, they dance and enjoy themselves until suddenly Abdo's mother calls him to come home. Embarrassed, Abdo wants to leave unnoticed, but Bilal convinces him to apologize to the host. Even though it's awkward, they say sorry and make a mental note to ask their parents for permission before joining parties in the future. As they play outside, Abdo and Bilal come across a group of kids playing soccer. Excited, Abdo wants to join, but Bilal reminds him that they don't know these kids and it's best not to interrupt. However, Abdo ignores this advice and runs onto the field, surprising the other players. Despite the initial shock, they welcome Abdo to join their game. Unfortunately, he doesn't know the rules and accidentally kicks the ball over the line, angering one of the boys named Youssef. Youssef confronts Abdo, yelling at him for not paying attention. Although hurt by the harsh words, Abdo apologizes and promises to try harder. Determined to make amends, he asks Youssef for advice on how to become a better player. Impressed by Abdo's eagerness to learn, Youssef offers to help him, and they spend time practicing together. Later, Abdo thanks Youssef for his kindness and understanding. He realizes that making mistakes is okay, but it's important to apologize and learn from them. Abdo and Bilal are playing when they notice a group of kids building a sandcastle. Eager to join, they approach the group, but one of the girls says they don't have enough space and tells them to leave. Disappointed, Abdo and Bilal walk away, but soon Bilal suggests they build their own sandcastle somewhere else. They find a quiet spot and start digging, each taking turns scooping the sand. Soon they've created an impressive structure, complete with towers and a drawbridge. Although theirs may not be the biggest, Bilal and Abdo feel a sense of accomplishment, knowing they worked together to create something special. They realize that working as a team and helping others is important, but it's also satisfying to work independently and achieve your goals. One day during recess, Abdo and Bilal notice a boy sitting alone on a bench. They ask him if he wants to play with them, but he replies that he doesn't like outdoor games. Intrigued, they ask him what he likes to do, and he responds that he enjoys reading books. Not knowing what to say, the boys excuse themselves and go back to playing until they remember that their school library is having a book donation drive. An idea sparks, and they rush to the library, grab some of their favorite books, and return to the bench where they ask the boy if he wants to take the books. Overjoyed, he accepts the gift and promises to read them. The boys realize that even if someone has different interests, it doesn't mean they can't be friends, and that sharing your hobbies can help others discover new passions. As Abdo and Bilal walk home from school, they notice a group of kids gathered around something on the ground. Curious, they join the crowd and discover a small bird that's fallen out of its nest. The kids start arguing about what to do with it, with some wanting to help and others wanting to harm it. Seeing the bird's precarious situation, Abdo and Bilal take charge, organizing the other kids to collect twigs and leaves to build a makeshift nest. They place the bird inside and lift it up to its nest, ensuring its safety. As the grateful mother bird flies down to check on her baby, the kids cheer and celebrate their success. Realizing the importance of caring for animals, Abdo and Bilal understand that it's crucial to stand up for what's right, even when others disagree. And that's the end of the wonderful adventures of Abdo and Bilal. We hope you enjoyed joining them on their journey of self-discovery and learning valuable life lessons. Remember, every choice you make can shape who you are and the world around you. So keep being curious, kind, and brave. If you liked this story, don't forget to hit the like button and share it with your friends. Also, let us know in the comments what other moral stories you'd like to see us bring to life. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.